Welcome back to the channel. So today's video, we're upgrading this F80 M3, and as you can see, it's in a beautiful forest green metallic 2. It's also got the cream extended leather. It's a beautiful spec, and we're going to be transforming it into a track day weapon today. So already the customer's got some lowering springs on it, so you can see the ride height's a little bit different. We're going to be adding on the AST 5100 series competition coilovers. So if you're familiar with the channel, you've already seen me fitted down an M4 a couple of weeks ago. But this time we're upgrading from the standard suspension to the AST 5100 series. So we're going to take the car into the workshop. We're going to show you the difference between the two and why sort of like the AST 5100 series competition is perfect for track days. And also we're going to be replacing these boring silver wheels with some TE37s in a beautiful bronze color as well. So the car is going to be completely transformed by the end of the video. So for now, let's get the car in the workshop. Let's get the factory suspension removed, the AST is on the table, and talk you through the differences. So now we've got the factory suspension removed. We're going to talk you through the differences between the AST and the factory suspension. So we spoke about earlier on how we're fitting the AST 5100 series competition. So with the competition coilovers, what you get is a front top mount on the front, and then you get a rear top mount as well. So you've got the factory top mount versus the AST top mount. And the factory front top mount doesn't have any camber adjustment whatsoever, and there is no adjustment in the front camber adjustment on the M3s, M4s and M2s. So we can add in the front camber adjustment by adding the adjustable top mount. So what this allows you to do is to offset the mounting of the damper to be able to add some more negative camber, so you can dial in as much negative camber as you pretty much want to run on these cars. Also, big benefit of the top mounts is that this is now solid mounted. So within the factory top mount, you have a rubber bushing, so that's there to reduce the MVH, but obviously for sort of spirited use or track days, we want to have the as least amount of deflection as possible, and the way you're going to achieve that is by solidly mounting the parts. Moving on to the rest of the damper, so you can see that we've got an inverted strut, so you can see the damper cylinder here, and what this does is it on the McPherson setups on the front of like the M3s, M4s, M2s, pretty much every sort of like saloon car nowadays, there's a bending load that goes through the damper. What this does is it helps reduce the deflection there, so it's a lot stronger. Adjustable drop link mount, which is a really nice feature. So when we inevitably will lower this car, we're going to no longer be able to use the factory drop links because they're going to be too long, and they're going to push up on the drop links, which then effectively preloads them. And on the bottom of the damper, we've got the 12 clicks of adjustment. So on this damper, it adjusts the rebound, and you can optionally opt for the 2 or 3-way damper. We have a remote reservoir where you'll then comes out of the top here, and you can adjust your high and low speed compression as well as your rebound. So on these coilovers, it's 12 distinct clicks. So on other coilover kits, you sort of have like 20 to 30 clicks, or even sometimes more clicks of more or less no adjustment, but you can definitely feel it with the ASTs. So moving on to the rear dampers, so this is what's called a true rear coilover. So what we do with the competition coilovers is we have a complete coilover unit. So the coil, just like on the front, is on the damper, so you can adjust your ride height as you wish. We've got the top mount on here as well, so this is solidly bushed as well. So on the factory damper, you have a rubber bush in the bottom, and then also a rubber bush in the top as well. So this further reduces the deflection and increases the connection that you feel behind the steering wheel and the car as it drives on the road. and then you have your 12 links of adjustment at the bottom. So that's pretty much all the features of the AST 5100 series kit. If you're interested in learning more, then obviously you can click on the description below in the products. But for now, let's get this kit fitted on the car. Let's get the TE37s on and see what it looks like. Thank you for watching this video. If you haven't done already, then give us a thumbs up. If you want to watch some of our other videos that YouTube thinks you'll like, then click up here. If you want to watch some other videos in the same playlist, then click here. And if you haven't done already, then hit the subscribe button right here.